This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by
Mattress Firm, our premier mattress provider. They provide a 120-night sleep trial, so if your mattress is not perfect, they will pick it up and find you a new one. Save 10% off your order with code MMANUTS10. Tire Buyer. Buy tires online, get them shipped for free to a professional installer near you. Save 7% off 400 with code MMA7. Butcher Box. Get high-quality meat delivered. Get a free gift with your order by following the link below. Think Outside Boxes is a monthly subscription box full of outdoor gear and resources that will get your kids away from a screen and outside exploring nature. Save $15 off your first box with code MMA15.
Defense Soap, the world's best soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts episode 506.
506!
My name's Ingo Weigel.
McGregor, that my show. My fans, foreign fans walk the line between serious and ridiculous. What's happening?
Very sad.
Why?
My beer's gone.
Ugh, as my coffee is too.
You're the only man I know who drinks coffee at like 10 p.m.
Oh, I didn't realize this. Well, I usually do an 8 o'clock coffee, and that helps suppress the appetite at night, so you can get that intermittent fasting going.
How do you get to sleep?
Oh, you take a nighttime edible, and then you just go to bed.
Then it's a race against the hunger or the sleep.
Yeah. Well, there's that one that snoozeberry is pretty good. That thing doesn't give you appetite.
Oh, okay.
The coffee carries the suppression, and
I'll have to try that. Yeah, snoozeberry. That sounds good. It has a nice name to it. Snoozeberry.
Yeah. That's that one that's got like the CDN or something.
Oh yeah, CBN. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. So that's all good. So I was watching, the hockey season started, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the Blackhawks. They've gone 0-3 in their first 3 games.
Nice.
They've let up 5 goals each game.
Sounds like they're really good.
Yeah, they got problems, man. It's not fun to watch. I'm at the point where I think the last 2 seasons I watched every single game, win or lose. Sometimes you fast forward if it's a shitty game, but I'm right at the point of I may stop watching.
Oh, don't do it. You keep the streak alive.
I don't know. The problem is it's not entertaining. Do you want to just every team looks like an all-star team playing against us. Yeah. What the fuck, man? Just because you got rid of both your goalies. What are you going to do?
It's a tough one.
Root for the Bears.
Yeah.
The Blackhawks, the Bears. I don't watch baseball. I don't watch basketball.
The White Sox, the Bulls. Pretty much all Chicago teams right now suck.
Yeah, they're all like mediocre at best, right?
Yep. It's a shame.
Well, what are you gonna do? That's why I watch MMA, right? So we had UFC on ABC the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think? What was your overall impression of the whole broadcast? And
it was okay. One of the things I noticed, I really thought I was going to be annoyed by the fans, but I kind of like the fans being back. And I didn't watch the whole broadcast start to finish. I don't know if you did. I watched it on replay, so my experience might have been different, but I thought it was well done.
Yeah, I think your initial point with the fans was the people that are there have paid a fuck ton of money, so you're not getting the average, Joe Schmo, going woo woo the whole fucking game. Yes. Or not game, but the fights, and maybe because it's few and far between too, so it wasn't as noticeable on the broadcast. Whereas when you have fucking 20,000 people jammed into arena, that shit is just overpowering. But now you're talking 2,000 people, tolerable. Maybe that's how we need to do it. Just a handful of people, charge them twice as much. So you have an upper tier.
Okay.
Upper tier of people. I'm not saying that.
And Matt gets all the cuts of the
That's fine.
The extra take home goes right to your paycheck.
Sure. Just 1%. That's all I need. 1%.
Okay. I'm with you.
As I hit my mic. It's all good. So do you want to talk about the main event? Max Holloway, Calvin Kattar. Max, he said he didn't train or didn't spar during his training camp, which seemed weird, but I saw a lot of people saying, oh my God, this is one of the best fights of the year. I don't understand how when one guy gets the shit beat out of him for 5 fucking rounds, how is that the best fight of the year?
Because the fans are savages.
I find no entertainment in this. It gets boring as fuck watching some guy just light up another dude for 5 rounds and take so much punishment. And the scores, I don't even remember how horrific they were, like 50,
0-45,
50-43 or some shit. Like we're giving 10-8s, 10-7s. I don't even fucking know. And you know, it's just Max Holloway puts on a fucking striking display and
looked way faster. Just got off first every time. I think the second and fourth round were the ones that had all the damage in them. He was just had Kattar out on his feet for a second against the cage, elbows, knees, punches, strikes. I mean, the whole thing was just a beating. Can I give you some stats?
Mm-hmm.
So this fight, Max Holloway shatters the following UFC records for significant strikes. He landed 445. The previous record was 290. The attempts, 744 significant strike attempts. Previous was 515. Significant head strikes landed, 274. The previous was 244. And then total strikes landed 447. The previous was 361. And then the total strikes attempted 746 versus the previous was 541. So basically it was just, like you said, a one-sided ass beating. And props to Kattar, and maybe not props to Kattar, maybe not props to his corner. I mean, they should have maybe thrown the towel at some point. I don't know. That is a beating that someone doesn't recover from. That reminds me of quite a few beatings that we've seen in the past where guys just weren't. Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos. Junior was never right after that. I mean, yeah, he survived, but never right, never the same.
No, and Diego Sanchez was talking about this. He tweeted about that. He says, Kattar will never be the same fighter. Max Holloway just took a piece of his soul. And then someone replied, said, I'm guessing you would know a thing or two about that. And then Diego replied, he says, I do. Trauma, all differ in size and numbers. The body, not the mind, changes to protect itself. Hence, the hesitation of the bubble that comes with these traumatizing experiences in that space. Yes, I do know, actually. My soul has been raped many times in this business. Like, fuck. So that sure looked like what you were saying, one of those Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos types beatings. And I think even the commentary team in the fourth round was saying, I wouldn't be upset if someone stopped the fight right about now, because, and even I think that's where the discussion too of the corner, what is their involvement in this? You're just going to let your guy eat 447 shots. There was no chance of him coming back. Both these guys don't get knocked out, so it's not like, oh, he's just gonna land one shot and knock fucking Max out. That doesn't happen. That's just not gonna happen. So
nope. I think it's bad for his career. I think some guys are just too tough for their own good, and you got to call it at some point. It's better that he gets pissed off at you and you save his career and save all that damage than to let him take that beating like that. I think this thing was over after the third round. There was really no reason to continue at that point. Max was just putting on a clinic. I mean, he won everywhere, on the feet, on the ground, on the cage, off the cage, even on the stool. He won on the stool. I mean, there's
I mean, he's fighting and he's like yelling shit and looking at the commentary team like, I'm the best boxer, pat, 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 fucking rigging him up still. Like, Jesus Christ. And to even further the point a little bit more, Aaron Bronstester tweeted out, he said, yesterday, Max Holloway landed more significant strikes in his main event against Calvin Kattar than 2 UFC champions, Figueiredo and Zhang Weili, have landed in their entire UFC careers. So 2 fucking champions that he's landed more in one fight than they've done in their entire careers.
Ridiculous.
That's what's obscene. And how about his fucking cardio, right? Like, holy shit, he just threw 746 shots.
Still looks fresh.
Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. I don't even know what that works out to per minute, but it's a lot. It's 25 shots, right? So what? He's throwing 500 punches per minute. I can't do math on the fly, but
wait, so 25 minutes, 700 punches.
Yeah.
That's like 10, 30 per minute.
Yep. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, I had a point. Now I lost it. What was I going to say? Oh, well, I do that. You got me turned on to that Boss Rutan Thai boxing and boxing workout, and I'm like after like a 7 round thing, which I guarantee you I'm nowhere near this kind of output. I'm probably in the couple hundred range strikes wise. I'm dead. And that I can't imagine going like 700, almost 1,000 fucking strikes thrown.
Oh no.
It's
And
crazy.
if you're not landing, or if you're landing, I mean, it's and getting hit in the process too, that's gonna take some steam off everything. But
Yeah,
you know, that was a tough fight to watch. And
it was.
I feel like I keep underestimating Max Holloway just because he's had 2 losses to Volkanovski. And I granted one was a split decision, but like, fuck, he looked real good again. And I want to say Dana White is trying to make that 3rd fight against Volkanovski, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's right. If you beat a guy twice, I don't think you should get a rematch, should you?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. So what do you do with Max then? Like, what's his next fight? That's the problem, right?
Jesus.
Yeah. And what do you do with Kattar? He's probably take 6 months off.
Yeah, he needs a break. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see how he looks in his next fight, but this takes a physical toll. I think it also takes a mental toll and makes guys question how tough they are and stuff. So I mean, whether they admit to it or not, I mean, he got handled bad. It's hard to come back from that. So
yeah, being tough isn't always great. I mean,
no,
that's a case where your corner should just say, hey, maybe at the 300 significant strikes absorbed point, maybe we should throw the towel in. Maybe someone should be paying attention on a numbers basis. I don't know if they have access to those kind of stats, but
they should.
You could see watching the fight, obviously, like nothing's gonna change. There was no sign of hope. There's occasional shot he's gonna land here and there, and I think the biggest thing was saying, like, why is he going backwards? Why is Kattar going backwards the whole fight? He should be imposing his will, because that's when Max doesn't do well, is when he's fighting backwards. So
he seemed timid. Max just kept getting off first every time. So,
and is that just like another case for don't spar? I mean,
maybe
there's a handful of guys that have done it and done it successfully. It just seems like, if you know how to fight, do you need to go hard? And it seems like Max has been thriving since he hasn't been training or sparring. Because even, I'd argue his last fight against Volkanovski, he looked better than he did, obviously, the first time. But
yeah, maybe debatable. That's the key. So you don't wear yourself out during training camp.
Yeah, you just got to figure out how do you replicate that timing. I think that's the biggest thing, the timing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then what did you think about the Condit versus Matt Brown? The only other fight I want to talk about.
I think I'm a little disappointed. Brown's trying to play the takedown game. I'm not sure if he thought he was outmatched on the feet or whatever, but I think Condit had none of that. And he was complaining a little bit about the scoring. I don't see any reality where he doesn't lose all 3 rounds, Matt Brown. I think he lost all the rounds. I mean, he's lost standing, he lost on the ground, he lost everywhere. So it's like,
and he was huffing and puffing in the second round. I saw
yeah.
Holy fuck, man. So he just dumped everything out, and Condit just fucking picked him apart. And yeah, a lot of grappling. Way more than I would have liked to see in that fight. So
yeah,
kind of underwhelmed. And then I think that's all I have for that card.
All right.
Anything else? I mean, there's a UFC coming up. When is it? Wednesday night.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, it's not. There's
versus Magny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one fight. Because then you have the main card, like the pay-per-view on Saturday, where we have Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier 2.
Yep.
Everyone's in fucking Abu Dhabi already.
I don't see this going any. There's nothing that tells me that it will go differently, other than the fact that Poirier has looked like he's improved, and Conor, it's a question mark for me. So the question is, has Poirier improved enough to beat Conor? I don't know. I think Conor's probably going to win. I'm not sure if it's inside 60 seconds like he's predicting.
It's hard.
But
Probably
maybe,
not.
So I'm going to take Conor via KO again. I'm thinking middle second round, something like that.
Yeah, I'm with you. And when we agree, that's probably bad. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's usually bad. It usually means Poirier's going to win. But Poirier's, I mean, the best chance for him is just you got to survive rounds 1 and 2. If you make it to round 3, then I think your odds go up exponentially. But can you make it past the first 2 rounds? I wonder and worry, because now you do have a crowd too, so Conor can feed off of that shit. And I would imagine they're going to stuff as many fucking people in there as they can, regardless of whatever the limit was. It might be standing room only, assholes to elbows, whatever. But
okay.
I think Conor's got his number. And I think it's hard if you're Poirier. Like, how do you get that knockout out of your brain? And you know how much power he has. But it's a different fight too, because he's not talking all that shit. So there's not all the head games. It's just that residual from years ago going,
yeah,
fuck. I know he's got a lot of power and he's probably better now. They're both better, but I still like Conor's chances in this. It's just, it's weird seeing any interviews with Conor now and he's not talking any shit. He's trying to be like this dad. Let's put it that way.
Copying us for
dad,
now.
Right? Until he needs to talk shit after he wins this fight. Because I know Habib's out there. And they I don't know why they're hyping all this. Is he going to come back? Is he not? He's fucking retired and you don't want to give up the belt. You're trying to lure him and he doesn't want to fight. So,
yeah.
So we'll see. And then fucking what's with all the stupid rumors that I keep hearing for Conor fighting Manny Pacquiao after this fight?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not interested in that, but whatever.
And then the only other fight to mention is just Hooker and Chandler as a co-main event. That should be a fucking fun one. It's always interesting to see what happens to the guys who were in a organization that doesn't necessarily test for the steroids, and then they come over and don't have the best performance their first fight in. So
Chandler's first fight in the UFC,
Yep. After coming in from the Bellator, so we'll see how that one works out. What else is happening out there?
Well, on some bad news to kind of tie into what we were talking about regarding Kattar's and Diego Sanchez. Damage taken. Former UFC fighter Spencer Fisher says he's been left permanently disabled and unable to work thanks to his career in the UFC. He says he forgets where he's going.'s got depression, dizzy spells. He's calling people by different names and not knowing their actual names. He said he's forgot his own kids' names. And sometimes everything's a complete blur. So, I think, was it Sam Stout where they had those two had that crazy fight, I believe.
That sounds about right. Spencer Fisher, Sam Stout.
This went bananas. He took a lot of damage, just like we just saw over the weekend. And I think we're going to start seeing this more and more. I just wonder in what capacity, it's a sad story.
And how soon does it set in? Because I know another thing like along those lines that the UFC is looking into the psychedelics now, because that's supposed to help with the brain recovery. So they're trying to get involved with that. And I forget, I want to say it was maybe Oregon that approved psilocybin, or not approved it, but they I don't know if they decriminalized it or legalized it.
I think Colorado did.
There's some states where that seems to be acceptable now. So it'll be interesting to see how that one progresses. But I mean, everyone knew this was kind of the thing, because I think originally Dana was denying it. Oh, it's not a problem. Now he accepts it and saying, oh, it's basically on the fighter. But this is kind of where the UFC should step in. And I think someone was saying, according to that article, that Spencer got like $300,000 from Dana White in the UFC after he was done fighting, just having one of those like Cush, Chuck Liddell type jobs. So, I mean, he did something for him, but it almost seems that the UFC needs to have some sort of long-term health care for these guys that helped build the company back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I agree. Yeah.
so I don't know what that entails, but I would imagine the NFL went through whatever their concussion shit is, and didn't they have some kind of a settlement where they have to
did.
take care of their older
Yeah.
players?
I don't remember what the numbers were, but it was done. Yeah, the settlement happened, and I think that was ongoing for after their career.
Yeah. So hopefully they establish something like that, but you're probably going to have to go through some pain of a handful of guys getting pretty fucked up like this. And, I mean, it's not a debate as to whether anybody has CTE anymore. It's just a matter of when are they going to get it and what kind of symptoms are they going to display and who's going to take care of them and how do you prevent this shit from happening? Don't take fucking 447 shots in a fight. Like maybe that's step one.
Yeah.
I look at your fucking coaches. I look at the ref. Someone's got to step in there. Fuck. So
It's crazy.
Hard to say. So along those lines, I saw the UFC says it's changing its anti-doping policy.
Yes.
So now a positive test for marijuana is no longer a violation. So
yes.
Jeff Nowitzki said, while we want to continue to prevent athletes from competing under the influence of marijuana, the devil's lettuce, we have learned that blood and or urine levels of THC have little to no scientific correlation to impairment. THC is fat soluble, you heard me, meaning that once ingested, it is stored in fatty tissues and organs in the body and can be released back into the blood or urine, sometimes long after ingestion. The bottom line is that in regards to marijuana, we care about what an athlete consumed the day of the fight, not days or weeks before a fight, which has often been the case in our historic positive THC case. This is just a USADA change, not an athletic commission change. And then the UFC said they're working on getting the athletic commissions to change their stance on marijuana. So, I mean, that's great from a USADA standpoint, but that doesn't do jack shit because the athletic commissions aren't fucking adhering to that. So,
yep.
Why is it taking so long for this to even fuck? Like, it's only been like, how long ago did Nick Diaz get banned for life?
4 years, 5 years, whatever it was.
And basically stop fighting. But this is still an ongoing problem. Like, Jesus Christ, I don't even know how many states it's legal recreationally now. Probably half.
I think it's 28 or 30 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So a weird scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's a shame. I wonder if some of these back athletes will get any sort of anything. If they've been banned, will they get unbanned?
I don't know. They should. Or, how about all the guys in the past that got fucked for all this stuff? I think Tom Lawler was the guy that he got the first Ostertine or whatever that bullshit one was. I think you eat the food and then it's in there. He got a nice 2-year one for that.
Mm-hmm.
And basically fucked his career.
Yep.
Like, great job. So what else is happening out there?
Well, you stole my last news story with that one. So,
well, I'll just say Nate Diaz is apparently back in the mix too.
Is he?
And there's a rumor that he's going to fight Justin Gaethje.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Like, that would be awesome. I want that.
Uh-huh.
And then what are the other fights? Stipe versus Francis Ngannou sometime in March.
Okay.
What do they say? March 27th. I don't know if that one's confirmed. I think it got confirmed the other day. And then they're talking about Volkanovski and Brian Ortega as like the co-main event for the 145-pound title. So we'll have to see. Because I think that relates to Jon Jones then. As I'm going to show you the picture of him. He's saying he's weighing 250 pounds now.
Oh, yeah. I saw this one. He looks pretty big. Yeah. It's hard to tell, though, perspective. I mean, this is kind of a, I don't know. He doesn't look very defined.
No, I think he's just bulking, but he's got quite the V going there.
He does.
So, but again, what is his normal walk around weight?
Don't know.
230? That would have been my guess. 220
something, 230, yeah.
So, he's put on 15, 20. And of course, that's all legit. You can easily do that in your 30s. You know,
Yes.
just power lift and you'll magically gain fucking 20 pounds of muscle or something. So I would imagine he's probably gonna fight the winner of that. Maybe in July would be my guess. But
Okay.
remains to be seen. Let's see what else. Zappo is going to become the UFC's exclusive manufacturer of fanwear.
Zappos?
Huh.
Okay, cool. What are they menu? I thought they just sell stuff.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's going to be some kind of non-exclusive deal once the Reebok deal goes away. So then they're going to have apparel on Zappo's site as well as on Amazon. So it's kind of
Cool.
weird.
Yeah.
And then I just have a couple other things, and we'll get into Ask the Nuts. So you know how advertising has been getting fucking out of control. I was telling you about the NHL, I think last week, selling the fucking division name. So we go back to the NHL and see what else bullshit. It's like the NHL has approved more sponsor inventory for the season, including expanded dimensions for behind the bench signage. So now, like behind the bench, fucking M&M's, motherfucker.
That's pretty crazy. I think it's insane, but whatever.
We
Hockey can't make any money.
I hear you. I mean, we watched a Blackhawks game the other night, like on Friday. I couldn't even fathom like how much advertising was around the arena, like talking about the boards, and then they're putting like fake advertising on the glass, and then they're putting fake advertising, like they're using graphics on the ice along with like on the boards. So there is so much fucking advertising. I mean, I get it, right? You got to do something because you're not selling tickets. So now you're selling ads, but holy fuck, man. There's a limit and you're starting to hit it.
Yeah. Super distracting.
Yeah. Especially when they're doing stuff on the ice and the guys are skating over it. It's kind of like distorting the image of the person as they go through it. Like now we're doing fucking Star Trek bullshit. Like the guy's beaming in and beaming out. Like I can't have it.
That's the aliens, Matt.
That's fine. We need GSP. Where's GSP?
The aliens.
And then I want to share this other video. So here we see if I can get this name. Tenshin Nasakawa. I probably said that wrong, but anyway, he says a Guinness World Record for most baseball bats broken inside of 60 seconds. And I would like to play the sound, but there's music, so I'll just give you a taste of him running through all this fucking shit. Like, looked like he racked himself on that one. Now notice this asshole on the far right front. So he's still cracking all these bats, and you know how hard it hurts when you go fucking shin to shin on someone. So I don't know if these bats are pre-cooked, but man, he is just cooking through them. But he'll get to a point where one of these bats just won't break, and the fucking guy keeps reloading the bat that won't break. At some point, it's like, Jesus Christ, where are we at?
Let's see. This
is still going.
Right there.
It's his front guy here. See, he gets fucked up on that one. This guy doesn't put a new bat in. He keeps the same bat in, fucks his leg up again, reloads the same bat, fucks him up again. Hey, asshole, maybe put in a new bat. Fourth time. Hey, is he gonna get it this time? Oh, time's up. I don't want to fuck my leg up again. Hey,
my God.
Fucking hell. Here's your world record. And fuck that asshole on the end that didn't fix the bat.
How does he not break his leg doing that?
I think it's that stupid conditioning they do, but fuck, I just remember when we would practice checking kicks and just the slightest shin to shin, how much that shit used to hurt back in the day.
No bueno.
No, I don't understand how that works. And if you could hear that sound of whacking through a fucking baseball bat, or who was it? Like Bo Jackson, who used to snap a bat over his leg. He struck out like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys doing? This doesn't look good. You're breaking shit. I don't know. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'll do a little tweet of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. This is pretty cool. So apparently, Conor McGregor got himself a new watch. This is Conor McGregor's new watch. Fucks.
That's pretty cool. Good
I
Lord.
guess when you're balling out of your mind, you get secret squirrel Batman shit.
You need
That's
to
what I was
find
starting to think.
random stuff to buy. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's probably like $1 million or something. Bananas. So is Conor McGregor Batman?
He
Is
might
that
be.
what's happening?
Could be.
Fuck. I don't know. Let's go back. We'll do some AskTheNuts. So on a scale of 1 to 10, we kind of talked about this already. What is your interest level in a boxing match between Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao?
00.
I'm gonna go -14. I feel like there's zero interest, and I don't know. Well, I know the kick, but does the average fan want to watch that? I guess
Yeah,
that's
probably.
the question.
Of course they do. Why wouldn't they?
Because we've already saw it against Floyd.
Yeah, just different.
Yeah. Then Rodrigo Machado will close out. It's time. # Nuts Roll, # Matt Rape Train, # Ingo Sugar Daddy. Would you rather have Rambo or the Terminator on your side?
Terminator.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, he's way more durable. He'll fuck that Rambo up pretty quick.
Yep.
Would you rather be proposed to in private or in front of family and friends? How about neither? Because I'm a man and fucking nobody's proposing to me. I'm no bitch. I'm not the kind of guy that takes a fight down to the ground.
I would take a proposal from Gwyneth Paltrow, man. I mean, I'm not saying I would say no.
True. Well, she does have a cannel that smells like a vagina.
Perfect. Maybe I should smell that first before I answer that question.
Yeah, like, hold on a second. Yes. The sweet smell of success.
Yes.
Would you rather have to sew all your clothes or grow your own food?
I don't know. That's so like, as in, I don't have clothes I can buy that fit. I only sew when they break.
I don't know. I'm assuming you're making all your clothes.
Fuck that. I'll do some gardening instead.
Yeah, you probably grow your own food. It'd be easier. I don't want to be like wearing all sorts of weirdo shit. You know,
that's just strange.
Would you rather hear the good news or the bad news first?
Bad.
Yeah. The good news is you get $1 million. Bad news is your whole family just died. Like, what? I don't know. I don't think that one helps either way. The bad news is your whole family is dead. Right. The good news is you get $1 million.
Right.
I'm fucked either way. You're fucked either way. So let's do Fuck, Marry, Kill Celebrity Edition number 122.
All right.
The hottest cheerleaders of the world number 3. So you have Alicia Marie from the Philadelphia Eagles. You have Jessica from the Jacksonville Jaguars and Charo from the Washington football team.
Jeez, Charo sounds interesting. I don't know what I'm gonna get with that, but it sounds kinky.
Hang on, I gotta go back to this other screen. Hang on. I'm in like fucking retardo mode here. Oh, there we go. All right. So here's Alicia Marie from Philadelphia Eagles.
I like it.
Eagles. Jessica from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguar.
Not bad.
And Charo from the Washington football team.
Yeah, marry the last one. Fuck the
Agree.
Kill the one in the middle. That's easy.
Agree. And take care of business. So we're in full agreement on that one.
Perfect.
Fair enough.
You should update your Chrome.
I will never update my Chrome. Now I can't find the stuff share. I fucking hate Zoom. Fucking
you can't say that.
But now it's just like shit's popping up on there. I don't know. Something just happened. All right. I think we're into Knowledge. You got any knowledge?
Let me think. Not really. I mean, other than we watched a really old movie this weekend and had the whole family cracking up. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. So remember that movie at all? I think they came out when we were in college.
I don't think I ever saw it. Who's in that one?
I don't know. Some Greek people. It's not full of stars, but it just makes fun of the Greek culture. So if you're like from that part of the world, Greece, Italy, Slavic, whatever, you'll get the whole joke. And I forgot how funny it was, and everyone was laughing. So if you want a good laugh, maybe that's a good one. I recommend. There's a second one too, which was decent. Less funny than the first one, but still decent. So, but you might not. I don't know. Is your family like foreign with weird customs at all? A little bit. Any of that? Even a smidge of it on either side of your family?
Come again? What? Do we have weird customs?
Yeah, like
no.
Okay, then you might not find it so funny, but I don't know. It's literally like my family. It's pretty fucked up.
Like here's the only weird custom. So for Christmas, my mom will take coinage, like quarters, dimes, nickels, whatever, dollar, like the coin dollars, put them in an apple, put them in saran wrap, and those go in your stocking. So you get a money apple. That's the weird tradition. I think it's a German thing.
Really? Okay.
Was passed down from like whatever, but that's the only weird
Hitler?
thing.
Are you saying?
I might have been. I don't know. I know nothing about
Hitler and the money apples. That's how you find the Jews.
Shave my mustache. Scheiße for the Kaiser. Like what?
Oh,
can't
good
say
Lord.
That. Yeah. So no.
You got any knowledge?
I saw the UFC's got some customizable apparel on their stuff, so you can get the good old cock Chestnut fucking Reebok before it goes out.
That's kind of cool. There, I like it.
You can, and actually, they're not banning any words; just typing in stuff that you're not supposed to say anymore. It was allowing me to put it on there. I'm just saying, dangerous. You can't say this word, you can't say that word, but you can apparently put them on a T-shirt and or whatever. And then I think I have one last thing. Oh yeah, so apparently they had a ton of snow in Madrid the other day. They said like the first time in 61 years the amount of snow was just off the chart. It was cool to see what some people were doing. Here, hang on. So we'll start here. This is Jaded New Yorker posted a bunch of shit up here.
Whoa, holy cow.
So you see guys fucking dog sledding down the street. You just see fucking dinosaurs rolling around in Madrid.
What the hell?
You got a guy on fucking propeller on his back. I've always wanted to try that.
Yeah. That looks like fun.
He fucking actually gets it going here.
Yeah, those things are fast. Pretty cool.
Doing some snowball, rolling that. I mean, just look at that. Like, holy fuck, that is a ton of snow.
Yeah. Global warming, that is right there.
And then, how about this one?
Oh, yeah. I sent you guys that photo in the group chat. Remember?
Yeah.
We should do that to somebody. That's funny.
Like things to do in the snow. Here, I'll update my Chrome while I'm here. Look at this.
Don't do it. Your computer's going to get taken over by the aliens.
It might. Better shut down. That's all we got then. That's it.
Alrighty. That has been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Engel Weigel.
Matt Griffith. Thanks for playing.